What's up, team? This is Coach Abraham checking in with Armless Strength and Conditioning. For today's topic, we're going to be going over a science-based approach with the Nordic curls hamstring exercise. With that, we want to see, does that exercise decrease the risk of injury, and can it improve and enhance speed? And lastly, we're going to be going over the guidelines so you can apply it onto your training in your program, so you can make the most out of your training program and get the best return on your investment. So hey, without further ado, guys, let's just get right into the video.
Yeah, top of the morning, I know that you thought I was dormant. Woke up early from shots that was swarming the block.
Alright guys, first things first, if you're here, make sure you drop a like button because you're about to see high quality content like usual. So one research study found that hamstring injuries in the English Premier League clubs totaled to $34 million for hamstring injuries alone. That's obviously a very big number, and hamstring injuries is a very common injury site for footballers. Some of the risk factors for the hamstring injuries include low levels of eccentric hamstring strength. The eccentric strength is the lowering portion of an exercise, right? So in a squat, it's as you go down, the muscle is being lengthened. That's the eccentric. And the Nordic curl, it's on the way down as well. With that said, a shorter biceps femoris long head fascicle length. So if the fascicle length is short, the risk of injury is higher. And strength asymmetry, so if one hamstring is stronger than the other. Poor fatigue resistance, so what is the capacity of the hamstring? Is your hamstring used to doing high workloads, whether it's sprinting or hamstring exercises like RDLs, glute bridges, and the Nordic curl? So, and the last thing, lumbo-pelvic control. So the lumbar region, so like the lower back, and the pelvis, right? So that's one of the key things for the core. If the core is not properly stable, well, there's going to be other injuries down the line, going down to the hip, and honestly all the way down and up the chain. With that said, let's talk about if it improves strength. One study compared the effects of Nordic hamstring exercise versus sprints on eccentric hamstring strength and speed. We want to see between sprinting and strength, which one is going to produce more strength and which one is going to produce more speed. So what they found is that after 4 weeks, both the Nordic hamstring exercise and the sprint increased eccentric strength, which just kind of highlights the importance of sprinting. But only the sprint increased top speed, where the hamstring exercise did not. So this leads us to infer that a program that includes the Nordic hamstring exercise and sprint training could greatly improve your performance on the field. Furthermore, a meta-analysis, and if you don't know what a meta-analysis is, just think about it, dozens and dozens of studies, and they're seeing like the end result of those studies. In multiple studies, it showed improvements of eccentric strength, which even included for well-trained soccer players. These higher-trained players may need a higher stimulus. So if you're somebody who's been training 5-6 years, the Nordic hamstring curl exercise on the eccentric may not be enough, and you may need to get like a plate so you can further stress the body accordingly so you can finally start adapting to it. The Nordic curl is obviously great for increasing that eccentric strength, but is it going to reduce injuries, and if so, by how much? A meta-analysis showed that teams that included the Nordic hamstring exercise reduced injuries by 51% compared to teams that did not. That is a big study right there. I'm going to include the links below so you can do your own due diligence, so you can read it for yourself. Understand that every study contains limitations, and I am highlighting the most important things. If there is a big limitation, I will make sure to let you guys know. So obviously we want to be safe. We want to play a long and healthy career, have longevity, but will they enhance your speed? And look, a meta-analysis, so again, a paper on multiple studies, supports that it can actually increase your speed for the 5, for the 10, and the 20 meter difference. With small guys, it still may be beneficial to include that if you want to increase your speed. I'll say it again, I think a program that has both, you're going to see the biggest return on your investment, all right? And with that said, as research has shown us from Gareth, which he's one of the best on the field on research with managing loads and keeping athletes playing longer, that both something that's like the structure, so something that's going to increase the structure, like the tissue, which is going to be like the muscle, the tendons, and all that good stuff, with the addition of a sport-specific movement. So now, like a sprint, that is the best way to reduce injuries. Again, I will show you this study right here as well. This is why whenever you are doing also like ankle strengthening exercises, you want to start adding hops, right? It's super important. I also have a video for that in case you want to check it out. Create your own ankle strengthening program. So overall, what should these recommendations look like? And some studies found that doing it once a week had similar effects as doing it twice a week. 31 versus 61 reps, kind of saw similar results or not a big difference. What I found in my personal experience, that around 3 sets of 6 reps, maybe even 3 sets of 8 reps is usually a really good place whenever you are starting, because this is strength through length, meaning not only are we getting more range of motion, now you are strengthening that aspect, which is gonna increase your soreness. So if you're not used to it, guys, you need to kind of give it some time, or even just do 2 sets of like 5 reps the very first week, because I'm telling you, you're going to be extremely sore and it does not feel good, and it may impact the rest of your week. So always start off with an adaptation week is what I like to call it. With these ranges, I just gave either 3x6 or 3x8. It may change depending on your experience, and if you want to make it tougher, you can either, again, grab a plate and go slow on the way down, increase the time under tension, meaning go even slower on the way down, and or even if we want to add now the concentric, right? So on the way up, go ahead and add that as well. You know, I always provide the research, and you know, this is what sets me apart from other trainers. At least that's what I take pride in. I want to make sure that whatever I am giving you guys, it's backed by research. It's backed by my experience with how I train my athletes. I'm very prideful with what I do because I work countless hours. Not that there's not other trainers that do that, but I want to make sure that you are getting the best information out there. So if you enjoyed the content that you saw today, make sure that you leave a like, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you're going to start implementing this. That really helps me out, guys. Share the video with your friends. Get everybody on a good training program, guys. At the end of the day, you don't want to be the only one sitting on that table with success and eating alone, right? So bring everybody along for the ride, because it's going to be much better. Now you have people that are up to your level, that are able to challenge you and push you to be better, right? We never want to wish less on others, although we don't want them to beat us, right? They challenge us, right? Just like Messi and Ronaldo, right? Ronaldo, one of my favorite personalities, right? He's so hungry. People say that he's egotistical, but you know, that's who he is. That's why he is where he's at, right? Most high-end athletes have a big ego, right? But they've been able to channel that onto their game. So that's out of topic, guys, but hey, that's just some takeaways for you guys. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Open my book, rip it up with a pen, and open my mind and get at it again. I really do not know where to begin. My mind is always on my kin. My creativity on 10 was never raised with silver spoon, but my mental state make it bend. What do you mean I come again? Out of this world like fourth and men, so much more than mortal men. Shit is over.